Sometimes I wonder, how did they get my number?
Right?
You know?
I know.
Now a CBS News Miami consumer alert about spam phone calls. Boy, they can be a nuisance and especially bad for potential home buyers.
It happened to one of our colleagues. He was getting so many spam calls that he couldn't use his phone. That prompted us to ask why. CBS News Miami's Steve Maugeri worked to get answers for him and for you.
I could get 10 calls in 6 minutes.
Brian Dyke is CBS News Miami's research director. He says he's been inundated with calls, texts, and voicemails like this for the last few weeks.
You're constantly getting interrupted. It makes it impossible to use your device.
But this happened after he already applied for a loan. His realtor recommended a lender for him, and he filled out the application online.
It says this field is required.
Dyke says that's when his phone started blowing up from numbers other than his lender.
Well, they started immediately, within minutes.
A survey by LendingTree.com found that 74% of Americans say they've received unwanted calls, text messages, and emails after their credit was pulled for a loan or insurance policy.
It is currently legal, and what we're trying to make it is illegal.
Orlando Diaz is the president of the Florida Association of Mortgage Professionals. He says Dyke's situation sounds like a practice called trigger leads. That's a practice where information you put on a loan application is then sold by credit bureaus without your knowledge or consent.
Without the credit bureau selling that information, there's no way that any marketing company or lenders would find out that they're applying for a loan with somebody else.
Diaz wants Florida law to ban licensed mortgage lenders from using information obtained from a credit bureau in a mortgage sale. He also wants Congress to ban a credit bureau's practice of selling personal information. Unless the consumer opts in. We reached out to each of the big three credit bureaus. They referred us to the Consumer Data Industry Association. Their president declined an on-camera interview, but said in a statement, mortgage lenders should not inundate consumers with unwanted telephone solicitations. We believe that the U.S. Congress is best positioned to address the root cause, telephone calls, while maintaining a competitive market that allows consumers to shop for a better deal. Miami realtor Stefania McGollin says she gets these calls too.
These are all the phone numbers I had to block.
But they aren't offering her a loan.
I am being bombarded by the same people trying to sell me their information so I can probably make business with them.
Dyke says he has gone through his lender's opt-out methods to stop getting these calls.
The calls have slowed, but I'm still getting probably 15 to 20 calls a day.
There are websites where you can opt out from getting these calls, and you can opt out from having your information sold to lenders. You can find those links on our website, and Diaz says it's best to opt out from these about a week before you apply for a mortgage. In Doral, Steve Maugeri, CBS News, Miami.
Steve, thanks.